is Sth 13's regional AU channel with the latest on the national weather scene for Friday, the 7th of July 23. Bureau Meteorology has updated the top priority severe weather warning for Tasmania. The warning area has been expanded. And it's for damaging winds for the King Island, the Philomath Islands, the northwest coast, northeast, the central north and central plateau forecast districts. Damaging northwesterly winds to develop tonight. Vigorous northwesterly flow will develop over Bass Strait and Tasmania from later today with the passage of a strong cold front. Then 10 west to southwesterly later on Saturday as the low pressure system moves to the south. Damaging winds averaging 60 to 70 kilometres an hour with peak gusts of around 100 kilometres an hour likely about the northern islands coastal areas during Saturday. Wind gusts around 110 kilometres an hour also possible with heavier showers and thunderstorms. Winds are expected to ease below warning thresholds during the late morning or early afternoon on Saturday. The warning area is Devonport, Burnie, Curry, Smithton, Scottsdale and Whitemark. The Bureau also has in place a gale warning for the far northwest coast, strong wind warning the central north coast, Bank Strait, Franklin Sound, east of the Flinders Island, the southwest central west coast. Similar warning on Saturday. The Bureau of Meteorology has also updated the top priority severe weather warning for Victoria, similar in nature. The warning is for the central southwest, the west, south Gippsland, Wimmera, east Gippsland, north central, northeast, northern country forecast districts. Damaging winds developing overnight and persisting through Saturday. Vigorous northwesterly flow will develop over Victoria tonight, shifting westerly with the passage of a strong cold front during Saturday. Damaging winds from the west to northwest averaging 55 to 65 kilometres an hour with peak gusts 90 to 100 kilometres an hour likely to develop over the far southwest Victoria, the central ranges, the Grampians, the Alpine peaks in the northeast from late on Friday night, and blizzard conditions are also forecast for the Alpine areas during Saturday. Strong winds averaging 45 to 55 kilometres an hour with damaging wind gusts of 90 to 100 kilometres an hour likely to develop in remaining parts of the warning area during early Saturday morning, including the Melbourne area. And the conditions are most likely to be associated with shower and thunderstorm activity. However, conditions expected to ease late Saturday through the eastern parts of the state, including the Alpine areas, may continue to experience hazardous conditions into Sunday morning. A separate severe weather warning for damaging surf is also current for parts of the southwest and west Gippsland coastlines. Locations under the current warning: Horsham, Warrnambool, Maryborough, Ballarat, Geelong and Maryborough. A gale warning for the west coast, central coast. Strong wind warning for the Port Phillip Bay, the Western Port, central and East Gippsland coastal regions. And there's also a minor flood warning for the Kaiwa, King Withers, and the Bureau will update the flood watch information at lunchtime. So we've got Tasmania, Victoria. Now we switch across to South Australia, Adelaide metropolitan area, the Mount Lofty Ranges, the Lower Eyre Peninsula, York Peninsula, the Mid-North, Kangaroo Island, the Upper South-East, Lower South-East, the West Coast, Eastern Eyre Peninsula, the Flinders, Witherland, Murraylands, and the North East Pastoral Districts. The warning area: Adelaide, Port Lincoln, Mount Gambier, Murray Bridge, Kings Coast, Narracuti. Their warning really hasn't changed. Gale warning: Adelaide metropolitan waters, the Upper West, Lower West, Central, South Central coast, the Spencer Gulf, Gulf St Vincent, Investigator Strait, the Upper South-East, Lower South-East coast. Similar warning for Saturday. The Bureau of Meteorology has updated their top priority severe weather warning for coastal regions of South Australia. For the Adelaide metropolitan, Mount Lofty Ranges, the Lower Eyre Peninsula, York Peninsula, the Mid-North, Kangaroo Island, the Upper South-East, Lower South-East, the West Coast, Eastern Eyre Peninsula, Flinders, Witherland, Murraylands, and the North East Pastoral Districts. The warning areas for the Adelaide, Port Lincoln, Mount Gambier, Murray Bridge, Kings Coast, and Narracuti. There's also a gale warning in force. So South Australia, Victoria, Tasmania under a severe weather warning. Damaging winds is the key item, and it's going to be very ugly in coming hours. Now here's a look at the winds at the 850 millibars level from 10 a.m. through to 2200 hours Saturday, and you clearly see the system will deepen, a deep low pressure system, and information at the bottom of the screen. Each of these images represent a 3-hour period, and if you want to keep up to date with the information, you can also tune into our live stream.